Well, hello everyone. How's everybody tonight? Hi, Carrie.
Hi, Michelle.
Oh my gosh, we did we both got the white memo today.
Yes, we did. Good day for white.
It is a good day for white. So, and even though it's after Labor Day, because it's not, isn't it just, I know that's not even a thing anymore, but is it no
Yeah.
white after Labor Day? That really means more like shoes, right? Is it just white shoes, white pants?
Or I know, I always felt like it was pants too, but I think I got away from that myself.
I think the whole world has gotten after that because there's winter white, there's creamy white, and
Hmm.
to me, it's all in how you accessorize it anyway, what you
Yes,
wear with it. So
exactly.
you can absolutely, in fact, I remember watching a whole style session that was about how to wear white pants after Labor Day. And
Yes.
as long as you're wearing fall things with the white, maybe we should make that a style segment in one of our upcoming parties.
That's a good idea because I think there's some people who are still afraid to wear white after Labor Day. So it would be nice to be able to encourage and feel like you were doing the right thing style
That's
wise
right.
instead of thinking you're doing the wrong thing.
All right. And put in the comments what's your thoughts about white after Labor Day. Let us know in the comments. Clearly, Carrie and I are okay with it.
Yes. I don't like summer to end. So
Right? I'll wear white in November if it'll keep the wet, nice weather around.
exactly. Exactly.
Oh, all right. Well, now I would
Okay.
imagine everyone's found us by now as we pontificate about white after Labor Day. But hello, everyone. Welcome on to our free Jules chat, where I get to chat with a member of our team and we get to share with you a bit more about what we love about our businesses and to see if it's something that you might enjoy as well. So as you're jumping on, comment live if you're watching live, comment replay if you're watching the replay. And as always, tag the person who invited you to watch this so that he or she knows that you're here. It does look like a lot of people agree with us that white after Labor Day is okay. So,
Yeah. That's
well,
good.
tonight, I am so thrilled to be here tonight with Carrie Henze. Carrie is an area leader on our team, Team Shine On. And Carrie is really quite an inspiring story. She started Park Lane with us just this past January. So how many months is that now? 8?
8.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so Carrie is with us only 8 months. And for those of you that have been here for all of 2025, you're saying, wait, that's it? I've seen Carrie a ton. And that's because she was a customer for a good long while, several years actually, loving the jewelry, making purchases. And then, you know what? I'm going to let you take it over from there. So fast forward, you were a customer, you had a really nice assortment of jewelry. And
That
then
I did.
you and your husband made a decision that you wanted to split your time living in 2 different places.
That's right. So I became an empty nester, which was a very strange sensation. But because of that, my husband and I were ready to split some time between Florida and New York, where I live now, or where I am right now. So we were going to winter in Florida and we were going to spend the rest of the year in New York. So because of that, I had to leave my job at a school. Couldn't take it with me. I wanted to, but I couldn't take it with me. So I really needed something that I could do between 2 states. And I'll be totally honest and tell you, I struggled for a long time trying to find something because it wasn't as easy as it sounds. You know, it's not too many places that you can walk into and say, hey, I'll be here from January to May, and then I'll be back like right after Christmas. Does that work for you? Like, give me a couple months and I'll be back. There wasn't too many places that will welcome me and saying, sure, you can work whenever you want, whatever works for you. And you can go to a different state for another 6 months. That's fine too.
Right.
So really what happened was I started really paying attention to what was going on Team Shine On and on Michelle's page and really looking at it from a different point of view, thinking like, wow, that's kind of a job that you maybe can do from everywhere. And it's kind of a flexible world, and maybe it's the right thing for me, but I was a big fat chicken and I didn't reach out to Michelle for a long time. So what I decided to do was book the decider party. And that's how I found out that this was the right thing for me. So having a decider party meant that I could have a party with my friends and I didn't have to commit to anything until after the party was over. So I had the pleasure of watching a party that Michelle did for me and my friends. And then I realized like this was the perfect fit for me. It was a product that I loved, a product I believed in, and a job I could do anywhere I wanted. To be honest, I was in New York when I had my party, and 2 weeks later I was in Florida with my new job. And they didn't tell me I couldn't have it because I was in 2 different states. So,
Right.
so it worked out great.
Such an inspiring story, because you're right that this is something that can be done from wherever at whatever time works for you. And it's true, at Carrie's party, a whole bunch of her friends wanted to book parties, and from the first online party that we booked at her show, she was already in Florida. So she was doing the very first shows booked from her party from her Florida home, and no one was any the wiser. No, it didn't matter. No one cared, because what's the difference which chair she's sitting in?
Right.
That's really what this business is all about. It's about flexibility. It's about doing it from the places, spaces, and times that work best for you. And that's what you're going to hear about tonight. At the end of tonight, we're going to share a survey so that you can share your thoughts on what you heard, so that you can ask any additional questions that maybe we don't get to on this live. And you can tell us about where you might stand, including the decider party option that Carrie was talking about. And then those that complete the survey are going to be entered to win a fantastic piece of jewelry that I will show you a little bit later. So that's what we're doing tonight.
Yep, that's great. So I'm excited to see what the free piece of jewelry is, because this is, we do love jewelry here. And I do think that we've already touched on this a little bit, but I think it's important for people to understand why direct sales is such a great option for them to pursue, whether they're already working full-time, whether they're looking for a part-time gig, or whether they're looking to do something full-time like I decided to do. So that's really, I think, one of the big questions for people here tonight. Like, why direct sales? What makes it the right thing for you to start doing?
Yeah. And I think that, like Carrie said, we were touching a lot on that flexibility, because people are on so many different schedules these days. Some of you may work full time, but you're part-time in the office, you're full-time at home, you're somewhere in between. And then how many of you, let me know in the comments, I shouldn't say you guys, are you a mom that is running from field to saxophone to gymnastics to this and that, and that your after work time or your afternoon time or your weekend time is bouncing around to kids' activities? Are you an empty nester whose kids are a little bit older and maybe even have moved out of state, and you want the flexibility to travel to see them, or to be able to afford to travel to see them more often? Maybe you have aging parents, and there are a lot of challenges that come along with that. Do your parents live in a different state? Do they need you at a moment's notice on a Tuesday? Are you taking them to doctor's appointments? Do they need financial assistance? Do those older kids need financial assistance? Are you doing loans or college tuition? What about personal things that you need, like braces and tutoring and new furniture, family vacations? These are all things that it's like, where is this money coming from? If you have a standard full-time job, the amount of money you make is the amount of money you make. Where is this money coming from out of thin air? And in many cases, the options are get a second job, which is highly unattractive to most people that already work, because that's a whole nother set of rules, regulations, boss, schedule, and everything that goes along with that. And that's way less flexibility in your life, because now the time that you had off is no longer even time off. Right. So to me, the better option is to own your own business that's at the places, spaces, and times that work best for you, which is really what direct sales is. But it's even a step beyond that, because it's not just the flexibility of time. It's that somebody else is already running the actual business, and you just get the fun part of being the representative. So it's funny, before we started this live, Carrie and I were chatting about how glad we are that we aren't the person who has to decide what jewelry to carry and what's the laws that are around all of that, and just like all of the things that are the back end, to me, unpleasant part of the business. Right. We get to do the part where we show jewelry, people decide if they like it, we get to style it up. How does Carrie wear that necklace versus the way I would wear that necklace versus you would wear that necklace? Inspire people to create different looks, have fun with creating carts and creating looks. and help women feel great.
Yep.
And
Right.
that's the type of flexibility that direct sales provides.
Mhm.
Being the business owner without the overhead, the stress, and all of that,
Right.
and having that flexibility. So to me, that's why direct sales.
Yeah. I mean, I 100% agree, because the flexibility was the game changer for me. Like I said from the beginning, to be able to work in 2 different states, I know is not a usual situation for everybody, but to be able to work in the times that work for me, that I can travel on a weekend. I do have children that live in other states, so I can go easily to go see them. I have the extra money to go ahead and go to a parents' weekend in a couple weeks in Knoxville, Tennessee for my son. Like, this is what I'm able to do with this job. And to be honest, I'll be able to take the product with me to even continue to show people and to do parties if I need to, because it's a very transportable business, and that's why it's so flexible. So and I know there's other direct sale companies out there. I have only ever worked for Park Lane. As Michelle said, I've only been here since January. So I'm going to tell you all, I'm really spoiled, because this company is amazing what is offered to us, but we'll get into that. But I'm spoiled completely and 100%, and I know it. But so if you know about other direct sales companies, then we want to answer for you why jewelry is the right choice for you.
Yeah, jewelry is something that's just super fun and easy to sell. And when you want to have especially for those of you that want like a side something, right? So if you want to have a side selling, some people will say like, I need a side hustle. Well, a side hustle cannot take up all of your brain space, right? And it requires so much product knowledge and so much, I don't know, just like technicalities and all kinds of things. And there are a lot of very complex direct sales companies. You know what's not complex? These are our gorgeous new Hendrix earrings. Who likes these? If you love these Hendrix earrings, comment Hendrix right now. All of you that are watching, okay? Everybody decided right now if they like these or if they don't like them, or maybe I'd have to see them styled. That's the sum total of what we need to know with jewelry, right? You could wear this with both gold or silver. You can pair it with a necklace. You could do whatever you want. And that's kind of it. And that's what makes jewelry so fun and easy to sell, because Carrie mentioned the portability of it. There were times where I was at a lacrosse game back when my kids were still in sports, in high school sports, and we were at a tournament, and one of the moms was like, she liked something that I had on. And she's like, you sell that, right? She's like, we sit here for hours. The next game, can you please bring some jewelry so we can shop? And I was like, oh, totally. Because we can put the jewelry in the little rollers and bring it wherever we want. So I did. The next game, I brought a bunch of jewelry, and the moms were like, this was amazing. I know Jen has brought jewelry to her daughter's gymnastics while the moms all sit there and wait for the kids to come out of practice. This is just all the things that you can do. And there are tons of examples of that. In fact, I know we have plenty of stylists watching along with their guests. Stylists, tell us, what's a crazy place that you've shown the jewelry? I know I've done back-to-back appointments, even personal appointments at a Starbucks, where I would hang out in Starbucks. I'd have my computer, they have Wi-Fi, I'd bring a moderate amount of jewelry. And then women who just live busy lifestyles that wanted to shop. Somebody came at 1, somebody else came at 1:30, somebody came at 2, and I would just style up, create carts, check them out. And the one woman was like, this was the best. I swear I'll never shop for jewelry any other way. She finished coffee, she was out the door. Somebody else sat down with me a few minutes later. I couldn't do that in my previous company because of the clunky nature of the products. And jewelry is just fun and easy and portable, and something that women absolutely love and do see as a need. So that's
I brought mine to a pool.
Yeah.
Someone wanted to see something that one day. I said, "Oh, I'll bring it to you. I'll meet you later at the pool." And I brought a bunch of stuff in my little bag, and she got to see it all in person, and then decided what it is she wanted. So
there you go.
Very easy.
This is how it goes, everybody. Anything can be a jewelry party.
Everywhere, anywhere, at any time. You can have it on a plane. I mean, you can sit next to the person and open your bag. But now I said I'm spoiled because of Park Lane. So now we know why jewelry is the right choice. And I am already admitting to you why Park Lane is the right choice, but let's get a little bit more into the detail. Why Park Lane?
Yeah, the programs of a direct sales company are really important in running a successful business, because it's important that you join a company that has staying power, that you can be confident is still going to be there for as long as you want to be a part of it, that isn't going to take away programs, that isn't going to be changing to an affiliate model and taking away the things that helped you build your business in the first place. And that place is here at Park Lane. So it's definitely important to know the programs. First of all, let's start with staying power. We just in August celebrated Park Lane's 70th year in business as a full 70 years as a family owned and operated company. So the founders, Shirley and Arthur, that started it in 1955, ran that company and built that company at the same time that they were building their family. So they were growing the business, growing the family. And in those following years, as they became adults, the children, they started to work in the family company as well. And about 20 years ago, 3 of the sons took over as co-owners. So now 3 of the family members are the co-owners of the company. Other siblings are other jobs within the company. Their children have jobs within the company. So to this day, 70 years family owned and operated seamlessly. Back in the spring, our original founder, Shirley, passed away. And I saw some customers commenting, what does this mean for Park Lane? Well, Shirley hadn't been running the company for over 20 years at that point. So we knew that there was no going to be any issue as far as company continuity. That already took place 20 years ago when Shirley was still, really totally helping make the decisions, but just not as the president anymore. So in 20 years, the company was running just fine. And I love to see the whole family involvement, because it's their family legacy so that it can be our family legacies. I know the CEO, Scott, told us many years ago, I was at a meeting one time on a committee, and he said, we want you to feel that this is your company. When you have a suggestion, when you have an idea, we want you to share it with us, because our family company is your family's company. And that really touched my heart. This was about 8 years ago that I was at that meeting. And I have carried that on my heart all these years. And they've shown that to be true. They have implemented ideas that I personally suggested. I have seen them implement ideas that other leaders have suggested that have benefited us. And it's been amazing. So with that family longevity, let's talk programs. How many of you have taken advantage of our sale? The buy 2 pieces at regular price, those being your lowest 2 pieces. So maybe a pair of Whisper earrings and a pair of Moana earrings. These are $28 a pair. So that now your Hendrix earrings are going to be half price. And your glow earrings are going to be half price. How many of you are earring lovers? I grabbed a bunch of earrings as we were getting started. We obviously sell things besides earrings, but I thought we'd have an earring extravaganza. The marble earrings, half price. And then when you want that super high-end, $100 plus pair of Brielle earrings, designer inspired, covered in crystals, absolutely gorgeous, instead of them being over $100, they're your $35 bonus item. Comment sale if you've taken advantage of that sale, or if you've gotten a deal of the day, or if you've gotten a steal of the day, or if you've gotten a special style drop, special color impression bracelet, a pumpkin necklace, a football, any of these specials that we've had. How many of you have taken advantage of that? That sale is what makes for happy customers. So many of us have customers that have bought with us. I know on one of these recent Free Jewels chats, I said, put a 1 in the comments if you've shopped 1 time with your stylist. Put a 2 if you've shopped twice with your stylist. Then it was like, I don't know, put infinity if you have absolutely no idea how many times you've shopped with your stylist. Because who doesn't love high-end quality jewelry for an amazing price? Now, that's the sale. That's what keeps our customers happy. But you know what else happy customers do? Especially when they're women, they tell their friends about it. How many of you has told a friend, say me in the comments, if you've told a friend about Park Lane Jewelry because you got a great deal, because you saw a piece you thought they would like, or because you liked the deal and the jewelry so much that you actually hosted a party with your stylist, because hosting a party is the ultimate example of telling your friends about the great deal, right? Because the hostess program, I mean, Carrie, you do a lot of parties.
Yeah.
And why do people book parties? I'll let you answer that question. Why do women choose to book a party with us?
For two reasons. One, so that they can share the jewelry with their friends, and two, so they can get free jewelry. Because Park Lane is so generous with what they give to their hostesses that even after they've booked a party and we've gone over everything, they're still shocked at the end of the party with what they're getting.
Right.
For free. Like, and they like, wait, but I can get that too? Yes, you can get all of that because you had a party.
Yep.
It's just, they're shocked. And because of that, they keep telling their friends, and then their friends want to book a party because they just saw what their friend got for sending out some messages to invite people to a party. I mean, when I had my party, I got so much jewelry. I thought it was like, that's all I was getting. And then I got a paycheck too, but that's a whole nother story.
And it's so wild that it really is typically $400 or more in free and discounted jewelry that our hostesses receive. And that party can be so many different things, because pre-COVID, really every party was in person, right? So we were in someone's living room or maybe in a bar or a restaurant or something and doing those in-person parties. And those are still, of course, extremely popular now that, life's pretty much back to regular, and people definitely have us come over their home and do the in-person parties. People like to have it in bars and restaurants in like a sip-and style type or a happy hour. But now also we have tons and tons and tons of online parties. So if you were to break it down for you, Carrie, what would you say your ratio of online to in-person is?
I would say my online is probably right now about 80%, 85%, and the other 15 is in person. Mostly because I think people are loving, for me, the people are loving the flexibility of the online, because they don't have to be somewhere in person. They can invite people from all across the United States to come to the same party. So now your cousin that lives in Missouri and your best friend that lives in Florida that you went to college with can come to your party when you're located in New Jersey. So they're spreading the joy of the jewelry to so many more people. And then therefore their party is an even bigger party and they're able to get more free jewelry. Which is really their end goal.
So for Carrie, it's like 85-15. I'm probably, depending on the month, something similar, maybe 80-20. But then you're going to have somebody like Tony on our team who's probably the other direction, where she's doing maybe 70% in person and 30% online. It's really just a matter of how you want to run your business, which gets back to why direct sales? Because you make that decision. There's someone like Isabella who has never once she is 0% in person.
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
100% online. She's got little children and it's just much easier and more manageable for her to do everything online. So if you're wondering, well, what would I have to do? You would have to do what's right for you. Right. And whatever that answer is what's right for you. And that's exactly what you get to do.
Yep.
So that's that hostess program, which sadly is the thing that other direct sales companies are attacking, meaning that there are many direct sales companies that at one point were a party plan company like we are. And then that's the program they started taking away. We're going to, go affiliate, or we're not going to do hostess specials anymore and whatever. We're not going to do hostess credit. Well, that's like the number one way that we meet new people in our business, is that when Fran has a party and brings in 15, 20 women to look at the jewelry, now those are 15 and 20 new jewelry lovers. 3 of them become a hostess, 10 of them become customers. Now, when a company removes that ability, what happens to your business? If you have been in a direct sales company that did that to you, you may want to, hear some more about Park Lane, because Park Lane is very firmly a party plan company. The owners have stated many times that taking away the hostess program is something that they would never even consider, because of how it enables us to meet so many new customers. We love and value our hostesses. And that's because of these two things together. The fact that women love to shop for jewelry, women love to tell their friends about an amazing deal. That's what then makes our compensation program so amazing, because yes, brand new stylists start at 30% commission. Mm-hmm. With one person joining your team, you jump up to 35%. A few more people after that, you're going to 40% commission. And when you start building a team, you earn infinitely deep on every single person on your team. So if you have a recruit with a recruit with a recruit, and that goes down 100 lines down, Park Lane's paying you on every single one of them forever and ever. You do not ever get demoted. So if you promote it to area, which is Carrie's level, second level leadership, if Carrie's whole team quit tomorrow, they're great, but her whole team quit tomorrow, Park Lane doesn't say, oh, sorry, Carrie, you have to go back to your stylist title, your stylist commission level. Nope. Once we promote to a level, or if we come in at the direct appoint with previous experience and have that interview and they assign us a title, that's how I came here and have since promoted again. If that's how you come in, either way, that's your title. Those are your perks for as long as you're with the company. And again, if you've had direct sales experience where you're like, oh my gosh, on the first of every month, I would sign into my computer and it's set back to 0. I have to earn my title every single month over and over again. Oh, if I don't meet my qualifications 3 months in a row, I go back, or once every 3 months, or whatever these crazy requirements are, and you're going to get demoted. None of that is part of Park Lane's program. So
I told you, I'm spoiled.
Right?
All I know.
And it's funny because when I do these chats, sometimes I'm with people like myself who absolutely went through every one of those things with another company. And then sometimes I'm with people that are like, oh my gosh, I am so glad I never sold anything else. I never had to deal with that.
Never.
So if you are listening to this and saying, wow, I did hate that about direct sales, or you are currently living it, and maybe you are secretly watching this looking for a change, we definitely want to talk to you about that, because the direct appoint program means if you've had team building experience, you know how to, train a team and find a team and, all of the things that go along with leadership, then we want to talk to you about that. We want to hear your achievements. We want to do an interview with you, because you may well qualify to come here directly as an area leader based on your previous experience, or as a division, as a senior division. I came in as a sales vice president. I had been an executive at my previous company. I'm now a company vice president. There's all these different levels, and we would love to know if your leadership experience qualifies you for one of those levels. And if not, you're going to start as a stylist and move right on and plow right on through the program, exactly like Carrie's doing, exactly like countless members of our leadership team have done. And then those raises are yours for life. Now, that's, of course, the compensation plan, which, of course, includes weekly bonuses as you build up, monthly bonuses. But there's some perks along the way, too. Carrie, what would you say is your favorite perk?
My favorite perk is the free jewelry that you can earn every single month. That it's not just 1 month and, oh, that's all you get. It's every single month you get to earn it again. And it's up to $1,100 in free jewelry, plus a piece of free jewelry that you're given. That's a piece that comes out that you can earn before everybody else sees it. So you have it before it drops for the rest of the world to see. Yeah. It's fantastic, because if you're able to maximize that every month, you're ending up with another $1,100 in jewelry that you have to show your customers, to gift to your customers, to do a giveaway with, whatever it is that you want to use them for, because it's your business and you can use it how you see fit to grow your business. But you get a chance every month to do it again. That's amazing to me.
There are so many companies that, like, your first month when you're getting started, or your first 3 months or whatever, and then that's it. You're kind of on your own. And the fact that 12 months a year, 12 months, imagine you did all, because it's incremental packages. So maybe there's a month that you earn just package number 1 and you only earn $250 worth of jewelry. Then there might be a month where you get the $250 package and the upcoming piece, which is how we earned this Tides necklace that I have on.
Right.
Last month's, piece that we could earn as a bonus. And then, all the different ways that we earn it, because Park Lane is so generous to us, we get to turn around and be generous, like Carrie just said. And that's why on a night like tonight, you're going to have the opportunity to win a high-end piece of jewelry that I'm going to show you imminently. And I didn't have to purchase that piece. I earned it in an incentive from Park Lane. Now, in addition to that, I mean, I think that many of us do say the jewelry as a big one, as one of our favorite perks. And let me know in the comments. Let us know in the comments. Do you find that to be a relief? Because I know that in my 25 years in direct sales, the number one question that people ask tends to be, do you have to buy all of that? Like, do you have to buy all of that?
Right. All that, yeah.
And the answer is no. I hope that that's a relief to you, because everyone starts with a starter kit, right? So I know it's starting to sound really good. So you're probably like, oh my gosh, just tell me, what does it cost to get started? So if you want to get started, it is only $129. And for that, you get to pick out $500 worth of jewelry. And that is your choice of $500 worth of jewelry. But great news, actually, it's $600 worth of jewelry right now. It's the last 3 days of this promotion. This ends on Wednesday, that an extra $100 in your kit. So $600 worth of jewelry. The minute you sign up, your website's up and running. And you are immediately ready to go. That means that if you purchase something from your own website, you're making money on it. Friends and family ordering, you're making money on it. You can have a party open in your own name at all times that you can redeem the host credit for. You can do parties for other people. Everything is yours, up and ready to go. But we don't expect you to be up and ready to go the day that you start your business, because, of course, what we love to do is do a launch party for you. And Carrie spoke about this at the very beginning. That's how we got her started. I opened up a party for Carrie. I did the party, right? She invited her guests. I showed the jewelry. I did the posts. I took the orders. I helped everyone take advantage of the sale. Everything soup to nuts is my job. And then at the end, I let her know how much the paycheck was on the party, how many people wanted to book a party, and asked her if she wanted just the jewelry shopping spree, because if you just want to host a party, that's always an option. So she could have said, I want to take my free jewelry and I'm all set. Thank you very much. And then I say thank you and I submit it and I get paid, right? But because she was considering the business, I also let her know, okay, the paycheck on this was, and it was a lot.
Yeah.
I feel
it was a lot.
Well over.
It was like almost $700.
Carrie's friends really like jewelry.
Yes.
So she had a really big party. She got this huge paycheck. And then I feel like you thought that I was kidding, because I remember there was like a little bit of a lull. And then like, are you serious? And I'm like, yeah, I'm serious.
I thought when you told me what the paycheck would be, like, okay, so now I don't get the free jewelry. And then I was like, or do I just get the free jewelry and then I don't get the paycheck? I was confusing myself. And then you're like, no, you get the paycheck plus the free jewelry from the party. And I was like, what? So I get hundreds of dollars of free jewelry. You did all the work and I got paid. I still can't wrap my head around that. And now I had a new business. And all I did was say, Michelle, can you do a party for me?
There you go. So we're putting a survey into the chat where you're going to tell us where you think you're at right now. So like if that decider party, if you're like, wait, so that I could pick that option, totally pick that option. If you think you want to take a delve into what this would look like. So that's, an option. You'll see on there that just says 5, sign me up now. And we're still booking the party. But if you'd like, you can order your kit at any time during this process. So if you're like, I want my kit today, I want to start showing the jewelry to my friends, I want to have it in hand, even though I'm booking an online party with my stylist, no harm in ever having the jewelry in your hand up front and also showing it in your hometown and everything else. So then you put a 5, sign up now. We're going to get that party booked. If you just were like, I don't want anything to do with selling, but that free jewelry shopping spree party sounds fun, let us know you want that info. If you have a question we didn't answer, because this streams live in a few places, so if you put something in the comments that we didn't see, sorry about that. We do go back and look at the comments or have the stylist report the comments. And again, you're going to put your questions in the survey too. We will make sure that gets answered. because we have the Mercedes car program at first level leadership that you can start earning. Carrie is a member of the Mercedes car program. I am. Tons of people on our team are. And that means that you're getting $500 a month bonus on your paycheck if you do not get the Mercedes and prefer the cash. If you do go get the Mercedes, then Park Lane jumps that up to $700 a month, and you use that for your payment as you pay for the car, as you pay the car off, including to when you actually pay the car off. And then you still get money every single month. Mm-hmm. So Carrie takes the cash. A bunch of girls take the cash. Yep. I have the car, even though really now it really is the cash still, because I paid it off because I don't know, the car was fine. So I just paid it off, and now I still get $700 a month. And now it's like a $700 bonus. That we teach you all of this. A lot of times people worry about starting this up because they feel like, what do I know about jewelry? What do I know about posting? What do I know about graphics? We provide all of that to you. Team resources are really an important thing to know. If you're going to join a company, if you're going to join a team, you want to know that team can help you in your business. Mm-hmm. Now, Carrie, you had no experience, no prior knowledge, no anything.
Nothing.
We booked a bunch of parties at your party. Right. And now it was like your business is up and running. I was going to help you with your first party, but why don't you tell them when I said, do you want me to do the party for you, what you said?
I said, I think I can do it. You had showed me where the resources were. So I was able to look at the resources. Then a light bulb went off and I thought, oh, wait, these resources are what I heard at my party. So I think I can do this. Like I'm not going to be as fluid as you were the first time, but I have all the resources right here for me to use. So now my friends want to see my face, right? Because they were doing it to support me and share the love of jewelry. So I was like, I can do it. I can do it because I have all these resources here. And I knew I had you to reach out to if I had any questions. And really, it was the best thing because it got me comfortable right away doing it, knowing I wasn't making stuff up myself. I watched the party that you did for me again. I used all the resources. I had the jewelry that I had earned at my decider party and all the pieces I had as being a customer. And it was fantastic. And I was like, oh, I actually can do this. It's right here for me. I'm not making it up myself.
Right. Because when I showed her where the party posts are, she goes, wait, this is the same stuff you posted in my party. I'm like, right. So it doesn't matter that like I'm a company vice president. She's brand new. The script is the script. We're all using it. And we have two different versions of it. So you can use whichever one you like and you can customize it later if you want. But why customize what's already there? So
don't
reinvent. What we have for you. I just want you to know that even if the person who invited you to this is new themselves, please don't let that worry you about, oh, geez, the person I'm signing up with is new. They're using the same resources you're going to. They're going to come to the same new stylist training that you're going to come to. Right. We have everything you need to plug and play and have a super successful business.
Yep.
So why don't you go ahead and complete that survey we're putting in, because wouldn't you love to be able to wear a look like this? Oh. This is our onyx necklace. This is our wildcat necklace. And I have an onyx necklace that we are going to be raffling off among everybody that fills out this survey. And you can wear it with the wildcat. You can wear it with gold, with silver, all by itself. Whatever you want to wear it with, but this is a fan favorite necklace, high-end, beautiful piece. And somebody who completes the survey is winning it.
So lucky.
So Carrie, I think that's everything.
I think so. I think I think we did a good job explaining to everybody and hopefully maybe helping you understand a little bit of if there was things you were nervous about. We're here to support you. Like you're not coming in at this by yourself. There's a team of people behind you ready to help you in any way. Like Rochelle said, I had zero experience and people here were supportive from day one. Everybody's there to help you succeed no matter what your goal is. Our goals are, I say this all the time, everybody's goals are different, but this team, like no other team I've ever worked with, is there to help you reach your goals no matter what. So you have a group of women and men here to support you. So don't let that hold you up, because we are here to make sure you succeed.
Yeah. And, you know, I'm glad you brought that up about goals, because 25 years ago, all I needed from this business was $600 a month. Because at that time, I was a teacher on maternity leave. And in order to continue to be a teacher on maternity leave, because it was now the summer was coming and I just wanted to still be able to stay home in September. And if I made $600 a month, that was all, I was good. I was going to be happy. My business could be categorized as success if $600 a month was coming in. And I did 3 parties. I made $643.82. My husband and I were like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And that was that. Like, I was able to say, this business is fantastic. Of course, I upped my goal almost immediately, because who would have thought, oh my gosh, I only have to work 3 times to make that much money. So I raised my goal, and it went so well that I went 14 years in that first company and had 2 more children. And 25 years later, on the world's longest maternity leave, and I went all the way to being an empty nester on the world's longest maternity leave. And when I was making just that $600, if somebody else was making $2,000, I didn't feel any differently about my success, because success to me was $600. So I would love to know, you know, what's success to you as you are thinking about joining this, because once you join with us, you can tell us what success means to you, and we coach you to that number. My leader told me if I did 3 parties, I'd make $600, and I did. And that's why my goals could be so clear. Who knew I was getting such a huge success principle ingrained in me right from the first minute I started? Yeah. But when you know what you need, we can help you get there.
Yeah.
So thanks again, everybody, for joining us. I know your time is extremely valuable. You had a million things you could have been doing and that you chose to spend some time with us tonight, either live or replay. We so appreciate it. So looking forward to seeing your survey, and looking forward to raffling off an onyx necklace.
So exciting.
Thanks, Terry. Have a good rest of your night.
Thanks, Michelle. Have a good night, everybody.
Bye.